Alright guys, let's continue with the Crucible. The next fight up on the path 1 here is Rhino. I only used a rank 3 Mr. Fantastic. Probably could have ranked him up maybe, but I totally forgot exactly what I was supposed to do with Rhino here. He has Bubble Shield, and you're only going to do damage through specials, but what I totally forgot is I put on the pre-fights, and I was thinking with pre-fights I want to refresh them with heavies, but really I have to just have I should have forgotten about those pre-fights altogether. And you're going to see is I keep dropping a heavy and I lost damage there, and I wasn't paying attention because you can't knock him down unless he has like a weakness or a taunt on him, so you or disorient. So you the issue here is that the beauty of the special one is that it puts a taunt on every single time. And you have power shield, so you're just doing specials. So really all you want to do at this fight is spam the special one over and over again. But I wasn't even looking at my health bar, and I didn't realize what I was doing. It was late. I probably should have waited till the morning and you know, when I continued the next set of fights. But instead, I was not paying attention here, and I'm just taking a whole bunch of damage unnecessarily. But really, all it is you spam special ones over and over and over again. Be careful about his unblockable when he dashes in, but you can stay close to him if you have to bait heavies. But really, you should just be throwing special ones. For some reason, I decide, okay, I got to throw the special too, but I'm just taking more and more damage. It is not helping me whatsoever. I should have just stuck with special ones and have been totally fine. It would have been an easy solo, but instead I made it harder on myself by just not paying attention to the node at all. So if you are going to use Mr. Fantastic for this one, you just spam special ones. It takes a while to do it, but it's an easy solo. So I went back in, put my pre-fights back on again, and I'm just going to speed the fight up because it takes a long time to do it, but it was an easy fight once I remembered that all I have to do is spam special one. That's it. Very straightforward. So I'm going to let the music play out on this one, and that is a revive. I did use one and I did heal up just in case, but I'm just stuck with spamming special one and nothing else, and it is very easy with Mr. Fantastic, even as a 6-star rank 3. So there you go. We'll see you at the next fight. All right, next fight, we're going to swap in Chieelth for Red Hulk, and this one worked out really well. She has access to Cleanse. If you parry, it's going to put a Disorient on you, and you don't have to really worry about that. There is Buffet, but we got a ton of bleeds, a ton of damage, and there is Foresight if you are going to get an Intercept in, and he is going to throw more special ones. So nothing too crazy here at all with Chieelth. So you can see I can parry and immediately the Disorient is gone. And again, we're just able to completely remove it. There's nothing too crazy here. We just get into a really nice rotation of spamming our specials. We just put a bunch of bleeds on him and we just bait those special ones over and over again. And that's it. Pretty easy fight here against Red Hulk. And yeah, worked out fantastic. So very easy fight here. Again, I think probably anyone who can deal with those disorients. There is Buffet, but I wasn't really triggering too many buffs on myself, so you don't want a buff heavy champion. You do want someone who can. You can see even there. I've got I think it's the Resonate Mastery, so my debuffs are helping to maintain any healing that he's gaining from Buffet, anyways, because we put so many on. So you could use a like a buff immune champion, but I don't think it's necessarily necessary. Or you can use, I guess in this case, also probably like a Kingpin, someone who can also shrug off those disorients. And other than that, it is a pretty easy fight here with Chieelth. Happy to get someone new in the mix. All right, guys, the next one is going to be, we swap in Silver Surfer for this Hulkbuster. Now, I did this one in my 7-for-7 challenge, so I knew that it worked. But looking back at it, it works totally fine. I think I just barely, there's a low crit chance based on how many buffs you have and how many debuffs are on Hulkbuster. But then there is spiked armor that if you crit, you're gonna get, he's gonna have a physical resistance. And if you crit Hulkbuster, he's going to then put a shock, he's going to remove an armor up to put a shock on you. I sped up this fight because I barely did any crit, I don't think I crit a single time because I had too many buffs on me and too many debuffs on Hulkbuster, so I was able to chip away at it. It's very easy, just bait the special one over and over again. There was one point late in this fight, similar to the Rhino fight. Well, the Rhino fight I made a mistake. This one, I just was a very long fight, and at some point, I don't know if I didn't dash back or I froze. Something happened. I made a mistake. It's on me, but I messed up an evade, and I got hit, and I got completely destroyed. And you can actually see after I revive, I actually crit early on, and when you crit against Hulkbuster, it puts a shock on you. If you have a shock on you on this fight, you will crit. Anyone who has a shock will crit. So if you have shock resistance, which is or shock, I'm not immune to shock here. Shock can still go on Silver Surfer, which is what makes him good for the fight, because if you actually crit, you put a shock on you, you won't take any damage, and you will be doing crits on Hulkbuster. So that is the idea, to have Silver Surfer, but instead I spent the entire time not critting, slowly chipping away at him, a bunch of red damage in there, not a problem, still got him down. But I think that's the whole point of this fight. You want someone ideally shock resistant, then you can take advantage of the crits that you can put on him. But shock immunity is definitely helpful here. And yeah, nothing too bad at all. Once I got into a good rhythm, other than getting clapped at one point because I made a mistake, then I had to revive. But nothing too crazy there. So hopefully that helps, and I'll let the music play out, and we still have a couple more fights for this section. Next up is Vision Aarkus, and this is where we bring in Wiccan, someone that I'm sure would have been nice to have at the time of this boss, because Wiccan is armor break immune, and we can put on the neutralize on Aarkus, so it makes the fight a lot easier. There's also power shield here, and special burst, lockdown, fissure, bunch of ways to put armor breaks on you so that you're constantly taking the cold snap damage. But here we're armor break immune, so we don't have to worry about the frozen air that he tries to put on you, that cold snap. Instead, I'm going to play regular Wiccan style. I'm going to go light ending combo for the neutralize, medium ending combo for the incinerate, and then I'm going to go light ending combo with a special one for the extended incinerate duration. He does put a heal block on you, so you can't rely on Wiccan's healing on this fight, but that's fine. It is a very easy fight as long as you keep the neutralize on as much as you can, because at the same time there is power shield, but you're doing a bunch of incinerate damage to him as well, because every time he tries to gain another power gain, he is just getting those buff faileds, and he's getting the incinerate damage on him, and the more he gets, the more he melts. You just have to keep tabs of your charges. There is one time here where I think I let my neutralize fall off, and I have to reapply it, and I think he does get a second power gain. Not the biggest deal, and I think at the end of the fight, I think I end up, instead of baiting out a special 2, I just end up going balls to the wall and just getting him down at the very end. So again, very clean, easy fight here with Wiccan, and this is one of those fights where, looking back, Wiccan would have been an amazing choice if anyone is still doing Act 7 Wiccan. Great choice here for Vision Aarkus. And again, you get those nice buff faileds, all turn into incinerates. Bait out another special. Get the neutralize back on here. And I think this is near the end where he gets the 2 bars of power. I end up going for a striker into a special 1, and that's the end of the fight. So very clean fight there with Wiccan. And the last for this section, for the 10th fight here, we are going to bring in Absorbing Man for Hela. One Absorbing Man is immune to armor breaks, and I think she puts some armor breaks. He also reduces the duration of unblockable and unstoppable and the immortality. There's Lazarus, so she has those revival charges. There's also heavy assault. Really, I end up just throwing a couple heavies, bait out some specials. Take advantage of the armor. If you're armor break immune and she puts those armor breaks on, it's just going to increase Absorbing Man's charges. If you dex, you are going to get some furies, so you can take advantage of those. But when you get to 10 furies, then Hela is going to go unblockable, passively unblockable for a little bit, but that's not too bad. You just bait out her special and finish the fight off. It's super fast with Absorbing Man here. Plus, with heavy assault, those heavies just hit harder and harder and harder. And there go, heavy into special 1, just absolutely destroying. So now she is passively unblockable, but not a big deal. We're going to go striker into another massive heavy, bait out another special 1, and then special 2 to finish it off. Hopefully, and then I think, there's still some revival charge left. So there we go. Got it down after one more special 2. Hopefully you enjoyed those fights, guys. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.